Hey, it's a great day. I'm Mike Current, Energizer. Today is day 22 on the Appalachian Trail. Yeah, so let's do this. So for today, just miles on trail day. Just enjoying the hills and mountains of North Carolina and along the Tennessee border. Should be a wonderful day. Trail magic. You can spot it half a mile away. Hey! Hey, Camo! Morning!
Come on down! And we whine like babies when, 50%, that's it, we're all drop dead like, along with our cattle.
Well, that was just recent, because I always intend to get the...
I really want to thank Camo and Coins. They're the ones that bought us the beers at the brewery in Hot Springs on Sunday. And then, they were down at Devil's Fork Gap with the trail magic this morning. It was wonderful. Again, thank you so much for your generosity. The ground is just covered in green. It is so pretty. Getting up into the hills. Another day of rain expected today, but right now we're okay. It's just kind of spitting a little bit. All good. That might be the option then. So today I'd like to talk about the N word here on the Appalachian Trail. You all know what I'm talking about. That's right, norovirus, noro for short. It's a highly contagious virus, commonly called the stomach flu. It causes vomiting, diarrhea, headache, chills, gastrointestinal issues, that sort of thing. A person becomes symptomatic within 12 to 24 hours after being infected, and it lasts 1 to 3 days. There is no cure for it. And it's common here along the Appalachian Trail because it is contagious, and hikers tend to congregate in certain areas like shelters, privies, hostels, and it's not common on the PCT and CDT because you don't have those things. The issue I have is twofold. One, every single time a person gets sick, it automatically is noro. That becomes the conclusion. There's about 20 people at our shelter last night, 7 in the shelter and about a dozen tenting, and somebody got sick last night. Could hear them. Immediately this morning, the scuttlebutt around the picnic table, without talking to the individual at all, not even knowing who it was, they've got noro. And I've seen that along the trail. Every time somebody gets sick, it's automatically noro. There's a whole bunch of things that can make an individual sick on the Appalachian Trail. Just here in south, east part of the United States, there are pathogens in the air that if you're not from this area will get you sick until your body builds up an immunity to them. And we're spending all day walking in the cold and the damp, eating atrocious food, not very good cooking standards, and maybe not very good hygienic standards, and all of a sudden you get sick, person gets sick, and yes, automatically it resorts to, it is noro. I'm not saying noro isn't an issue, but that becomes the default, without evidence. And I made a really good living in the military and in the civilian world analyzing facts, so I'm a little weary when some people make an unsubstantiated claim about what an ailment might or might not be. And the second issue I really have with people saying that is they will attribute where they got the noro or somebody else got the noro. And that can be very damaging to the businesses down here. I saw it twice. I was around a shelter, and a bunch of the thru-hikers there were avoiding one establishment that was coming up. And I asked them why, and they said, well, the place is infected with noro. I said, well, how do you know that? They go, well, a buddy of mine was sick. That was it. That was the evidence. And I saw it in another place where a guy got sick, and he was at a restaurant. And then all of a sudden a hiker turned to another hiker and said, hey, that restaurant has noro. Avoid the restaurant. It was like, no, there is no evidence of that. And the issue is that kind of unsubstantiated claim can cause significant damage to some of these small businesses. They count on the hikers coming through, the bubble coming through. And one little claim that spreads like wildfire up and down the trail, just word of mouth, or a little comment in the Far Out app saying, hey, this place has got noro. I mean, that'll shut down the business going into that establishment for a couple weeks. That's thousands upon thousands of dollars that business isn't going to get without evidence, without substantiation that there's really a problem there. And so I just ask, when people do get sick, don't immediately jump to the conclusion it's noro. And two, please don't immediately jump to the conclusion that this place has got noro. You're going to hurt somebody. Don't think I'm going to be offered too many spectacular views today. Two reasons you'll find a backpack on the side of a trail like that. One is someone's going to get water. The other one is someone's digging a cat hole. Based on the location, the latter is likely what's going on. So, when you see a backpack by itself on the trail like that, that's not the time to look around. You don't want to disturb somebody. Let them be. Keep your eye on the trail. Crossing under Interstate 26 right here. The trail keeps skirting right along the North Carolina-Tennessee border. Yep, right here. And a simple gate suffices. Okay. Coming up on a cooler. Right on the trail. Let's take a look. Empty?
Apples. Things.
The shelter we're heading to is called Bald Mountain Shelter. It looks like a bald spot up there, so I imagine we're heading up there someplace. Going up. Almost on top. Real pretty view right now. So closing out day 22, back to what I was saying earlier, if you're watching these videos to prepare for your Appalachian Trail through hike, when you get out here, be real careful about throwing around the N-word. An errant comment can ruin a business here on the Appalachian Trail. Yeah, we wound up doing 19 miles today. Wound up at Bald Mountain Shelter. Really good day. Trail magic. And it didn't rain really that much on us. And it hasn't started raining yet. So feeling pretty lucky. Duracell and I will be staying in the shelter just in case it does rain. We're set up pretty good for tomorrow. See you then.